Also, on the state role, what am I supposed to do? I'm not just looking to the federal government. I understand that we are responsible here in the state of New York, and we're doing everything we can on hyperspeed. We have to expand the existing hospital capacity. This gets back to the 53,000 current beds when we may need 110,000 beds. We have said to the hospital administrators, we have a goal of you increasing your capacity in each hospital by 100%. Yes, an ambitious goal. Yes, very difficult. Yes, it may be impossible in some places. But remember, a hospital is highly regulated, space is regulated, the number of beds in a room is highly regulated. We're waiving all those regulations and saying, just from a physical capacity point of view, see if you can increase your capacity 100%. Where do we get 100%? We have 53,000 beds. We have to get to 110,000 beds. Everybody increases by 100%. We meet the goal. Simple. A little too simple, but we understand many hospitals won't be able to do it. However, at a minimum, hospitals must give us a plan to increase capacity by at least 50%. So we would be at about 75,000 minimum against the 110 need. We would still have to find additional beds. I understand that. And you see what we're doing with the federal government. There's an opportunity there. But every hospital, goal of 100% increase in capacity, mandate of 50% increase in capacity. We also have an intensive care unit bed issue where we have to increase the number of intensive care units. That is limited by the number of ventilators. What makes an ICU bed an ICU bed in this case? It's that the ICU bed has a ventilator. And that's where we get back to needing the ventilators desperately, so we have those ICU beds. We're putting out a Department of Health emergency order to hospitals that says we're not just asking you to do this. It wouldn't just be a nice thing. I'm not just asking you as governor as a civic obligation. This is a law that the hospitals must come up with a plan to increase capacity, a minimum of 50, goal of 100%. We're also canceling all elective, non-critical surgery for hospitals as of Wednesday. Elective, non-critical. If it's a critical surgery, fine. If it's not critical, then postpone it. That alone should get us 25 to 35% more beds. And again, that is a mandate that is going into effect for the hospitals. I understand the hospitals are not happy about it. I've heard that. The elective surgery is a big source of revenue for the hospitals. I understand that, but this is not about money. This is about public health. And we're putting that mandate in place starting today. We're also creating additional beds in places where we can. We're taking over existing residential facilities, hotels, nursing homes, and repurposing existing facilities. For example, this is the Brooklyn Center for Rehabilitation and Healthcare, 600 beds that we're going to take over, and it will serve as a temporary hospital. And we're doing this in facilities all across the state. Two different facts. I want to make sure we're clear just so there's no confusion. Fact one, young people can get the coronavirus. They are wrong when they say they can't get it. They can get it. 18 to 49-year-olds represent 53% of the total cases in New York. This is not China. This is not South Korea on the theory that, well, I'm an American youth and therefore I have a superior immune system than China or South Korea. No, that theory is not correct. In New York, 53% of the cases, 18 to 49 years old. Second fact, older